Hey guys, so today's workout is going to be a weight workout. So go ahead and grab some weights for this workout. If you think that you want to try and do all 3 rounds for this workout, I would probably grab 2 sets of weights. That way by the end, you don't have to drop the weight completely. You can just go to a lesser weight and then finish the workout. I'm going to give you 5 different exercises, and we're going to go through 3 rounds. Again, if you're just starting out and you can only make it through 1 or 2 rounds, that's completely fine. Just try and get through an entire round, all right? So, first exercise is 30 deadlifts to a row to a bicep curl. For those of you guys just starting out, we're going to start with just the bicep curl. Okay, so you're going to start with your hands in front of you, resting on the thighs. You're going to curl and bring your palms facing forward, and then bring the arms up to the shoulder for the bicep curl. And then you're going to rotate back down. That's 1, 2, 3, all the way up to 30. If you want to make it a little bit more difficult, you're going to add the row. So for this, you're going to stand with your feet about hip-width apart, sit the hips back just a little bit so that you're flexed forward, keeping your back nice and straight, okay? Your elbows are going to come straight up towards the ceiling for the row, and then back down, and then you're going to come forward and curl up for the bicep curl. So that's 1 rep. 2, 3, okay? All the way up to 30. And finally, the most advanced version is going to add a deadlift. So, same starting position. We're going to flex forward, sitting the hips back, making sure that our back stays nice and straight when we pick up our weight. And we're going to drive through the heels for the deadlift portion. Okay? So you're going to pick the weight up, drive through the heels. Then you're going to come forward, flexing slightly. You're going to do your row and your bicep curl. And then weight back on the ground. And you're going to start over. So that all 3 movements is 1 rep. Okay? From the side, my back is nice and straight. I grab the weight, drive through the heels, bring the hips forward, flex. Back is still nice and straight. I do a row, and then a bicep curl. Come back down. Lift, flex, row, curl. Down, okay? So 30 reps of that. Next exercise is going to be squats. You're going to do 50 squats. So for those of you just starting out, we're just going to do regular squats. Feet about slightly wider than hip-width apart. We're going to sit our hips back, making sure that as we come down for the squat, our knees don't go in front of our toes. Come down as far as you can, and then squeeze through the glutes to come back up. Down and up. Again, for this one, you're doing 50 reps. Down and up. Down and up. If you want to make that a little bit more difficult, you're just going to add some weight, and you're going to do your 50 squats. Okay? Next exercise is a new exercise. I haven't shown this one before. It's a 1-arm clean and press. So, we're going to do 30 reps total. So I'm going to have you do 15 reps for each arm. Starting position, if you're just starting out, you're just going to do the shoulder press, okay? So you're going to start with the weight at your shoulder, and you're just going to press it up towards the ceiling, and down, up, and down, until you get to 15, and then you're just going to switch sides, up, and down, up, and down, okay? From there, if you want to make it a little bit more difficult, you're going to add the clean part. Okay, so you're going to start the same position as the deadlift. Feet are slightly wider than hip width apart, keeping the back straight. Sit the hips back. You're going to grab your weight and you're going to drive the weight straight up. So it's going to stay in a straight line the entire time. So when you're lifting, you keep your elbow high, and then once it gets to about parallel with your shoulder, you're going to cycle the elbow down so that the weight comes up underneath it. Okay? So it's going to look like this. And then you're going to press up and then down. Up and down. Okay? Once you do 15 on one side, you're going to do the same thing on the other side. All right? So that is your one arm clean and press. Next exercise is going to be lunges. So for those of you just starting out, we're just going to do them without weight. You're going to step forward. We're going to do 50 reps total. So for this, you're going to do 25 reps per side. Make sure that you step out far enough that when you lunge down, your front knee isn't going past your toes. You're going to come straight down, straight up. 25 reps on one side. And then you're going to switch. 25 reps on the other side. Again, making sure that our front knee doesn't go past our toes. Okay? So 50 total, 25 per side. And obviously, if you want to make it a little bit more difficult, you're just going to add weight, holding them at your sides. 15 or 25 one side, 25 the other side. Okay? And finally, last exercise is overhead abs. If you're just starting out, we're going to do crunches. So you're going to do 40 of these. Start on your back, knees are bent, cross your arms over your chest. You're going to lift up through the chest and try and get your shoulder blades off the mat, okay? So you're going to lift up and down, up and down. Again, thinking about lifting your chest up towards the ceiling as opposed to bringing your elbows towards your knees, all right? Next level up is going to be a full sit-up. So same idea, you're going to lift through the chest, come up and down, up and down, okay? If you want to, you can do that with the legs down. And I'll show you why in just a second because it's closer to the exercise that we're going to be doing. But it's also another variation. Okay? From here, to do the overhead abs, you're going to start with your feet or legs straight, hands up above your head, and it's the same idea. You're going to do a full sit-up, reaching your fingers towards the ceiling, and then back down. Up and down. And finally, most difficult version, you're going to add a little bit of weight. And again, make sure that it's a weight that you have no trouble lifting because it's going to come right over your head and I don't want you to drop it. So, you're going to lift up through, sit up, and down. Lift up through, and down. Okay? So 40 reps of that one. All right? So once you finish all of that, that's one round. You're going to go through that 3 times. Good luck.